Published 1926 CDT, the 17th of September 2017. Updated 1932 EDT, the 17th of September 2017. This weekend doesn't need any build-up. The first Old Firm game since April 29, when Celtic ran riot and beat Rangers 51 at Ibrox. All eyes will be on Glasgow come Saturday lunchtime. Before that final derby clash last season, the previous three league meetings had seen Celtic scoring 8 while only conceding 3 to the team from Govan. A 11 draw at Parkhead in March was the only time Rangers didn't taste defeat at the hands of their great rivals over the course of the campaign. Pedro Caixinha left his under huge pressure to make his Rangers side compete with Celtic. The Rangers boss must understand the importance of the first Old Firm game of the season if it wasn't evident enough for Rangers before that final Premiership encounter. Then the 51 scoreline woke everybody up at Ibrox as they realised the gulf was as big as it's ever been in recent years. The Rangers chairman, board and especially the manager, Pedro Caixinha, became aware that significant investment was going to be required to bridge the gap to Celtic. Over the course of the summer, the Ibrox squad was transformed and, having spent close to £8 million on transfer fees alone, Rangers' intent was obvious. They were determined to become a real, powerful force in Scottish football once again. All the changes and money being spent will, without question, add more pressure onto Pedro and his men from the Ibrox supporters, and they will demand drastic improvements from last season's Old Firm clashes. Although there has been a slight improvement in the performances, watching them, I still think as though Rangers look like they are a team trying to find their identity. They're playing okay but not overwhelming the opposition. However, let's be frank, this is Rangers, and with them spending more money than any other Premiership team this summer, Celtic included, they should be a stronger force than they are currently showing. Pedro may say that it's taking a bit longer than expected for all the players to gel and be on the same wavelength. But the reality is Rangers now head into the first Old Firm game of the season off the back of a disappointing league draw against Partick Thistle, not the sort of result that would give you some much-needed confidence, with all due respect to the Firhill club. Another major factor, given the extent of Pedro's overhaul of his squad, is the amount of players in the Rangers team that haven't experienced an Old Firm derby before in their career. From my own experience, it's a surreal game. One derby I will never forget is Celtic's 30 victory back in 2011. It wasn't long after I had signed and was the first time I had played Rangers at Parkhead. Celtic are again the team to beat in Scotland, and Rangers have underwhelmed thus far. I remember that, for the first and only time in my career, I just stood still in the centre circle while the game was going on around me, looking at the whole stadium in awe. I'd never heard or seen anything like it. That's when I witnessed the Celtic fans doing the huddle. It was an incredible sight. On the other hand, I've also been involved in games against Rangers and been on the losing side. Then you see the same sort of passion in the stands from the supporters, and you want the earth to swallow you up. Nothing prepares you for this game. It's a unique fixture and one that's watched worldwide. Whether the new blood of Rangers experience joy or heartache, I promise they will have never been in an arena that makes you feel so alive and emotional like this one. Only time will tell if they can handle the occasion, and also whether Rangers have made the required improvements under Pedro. Saturday's game will certainly be a benchmark for him. If Rangers win, then I fully expect Pedro to be hailed as a mastermind. however, lose in the same manner as they did 5 months ago, and it could be curtains for the Portuguese boss. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches and 29 years of age, Joe Lewis has the perfect pedigree to be a top-class goalkeeper. His performances this year have had his teammates hailing him as the best in Scotland right now. Lewis has been a revelation since arriving at Pittodrie and one of the biggest factors for Aberdeen's continuous success. I know, and have witnessed, the true value of having a top keeper in your side. Joe Lewis has the perfect pedigree to go on and become a top-class keeper at Aberdeen. Fraser Forster's heroics, for instance, virtually carried Celtic to the latter stages of European football when I was playing. I really do believe goalkeepers are just as vital to the team as your main striker. The defence gives a side the platform to be successful, and, at this minute, only Celtic have a better goal-against ratio than Aberdeen in the Premiership. I know that Joe is really enjoying his time at Aberdeen, but, with rumours of top clubs monitoring the goalkeeper's progress, including Celtic, I feel it's only a matter of time before Derek McInnes will be answering the phone to countless bosses wanting to secure his services. I recently heard Craig Levein heaping plenty of praise on Jamie Walker for both his attitude and his recent performances. All this after a transfer window to forget for the Hearts winger. There was a large section of the Hearts fans that didn't want to see Jamie back in the jersey, given the speculation linking him with a move to Rangers, but his undeniable talent and quality have meant Levein has had to pick him since his return to the dugout. However, if he wasn't the sort of lad that was both hard-working and had the desire to become a better player, then he wouldn't have been back in the team. Jamie Walker has been praised for his attitude and performances by Craig Levein. Levein has shown his managerial qualities by trusting his star man. Jamie continues to play with enthusiasm and passion for Hearts, but he is still in the latter stages of his contract, something that not only Rangers will be monitoring. It's a position I was in at Derby County and Celtic got me for £300,000 in the January transfer window, so it does make you think he will have no shortage of options come the new year if he keeps producing top-quality performances.